Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we are going to be looking at some of the advanced blocks. Well, this is the least advanced of the advanced blocks, but it's still a fundamental part of your game because now you are finally able to learn how to control your character. Woohoo! So let's do that. When the game started, okay, we're going to use something called forever. So, what forever does is whatever's inside this block, it keeps on going on forever and ever until the sprite is deleted. Okay. We can also use repeat until, meaning it'll go on forever and ever until, let's say, we change the backdrop. And I'm going to show you an example of that. And then finally, we're going to be looking at the wait block. The wait block basically waits for an action to happen. Okay. So let's say I'm like walking and then I stop, right, for 3 seconds. Let's say like I'm making a game and there's like a stun gun, right, and the stun gun hits a character. They have to wait for 3 seconds or something like that, right? So this block, I'm not really going to show you how to use it, right, but it's very helpful in order to like pause your game, right? And it's kind of self-explanatory. You can just keep it right here. Okay, so now let's get on with making our character move. Okay, so I'm going to first use the forever example. Now, I'm going to show you a mistake people make when they're moving the character. Okay. So let's go to control. If sensei key up arrow is pressed, change X by 10. Or sorry, not. Okay, let's just make this the right arrow then. Okay. Start. Okay, we're starting it now. I'm moving left. I'm right. I'm clicking the right key. You might not see it, but I'm clicking it and it's not working. Okay. The reason why it's not working is because when we click start, we only run this if condition once, so it only checks this if condition once. What we need to do is throughout our game, we need to constantly check our condition. Are we pressing the right key or not? And that's why forever and repeat until are essential to any game. This is called control. We are keeping the flow, we are keeping the control of our conditions in a forever statement. When we press start, I'm going to hold the right key and now we can move. Right. Amazing. Okay. So I'm going to quickly do all of the other ones. So be right back. Cut this part out. And there you have it. Let's press start. So I basically just, added 4 if conditions. If we move left, we change the x by -10. Up, change y by 10. This is all pretty obvious. We can actually move our character, like in the games. That's pretty cool. You can also make this a 2-player game by adding another 4 if conditions, like if W is pressed, move another sprite, right, by 10. So this is the basis for all games, okay? Now, why would you not use forever and use repeat until, okay? The problem with forever is that it keeps on checking forever until we delete the sprite, okay? So let's say we are playing Mario, or we're making a Mario game, and we enter a new backdrop, right? We enter a new backdrop, and we hide the sprite. So the sprite isn't gone, but we hide it, okay? The problem is when you press the right key, like let's say a new character pops up, our old sprite will also move, okay? So we can instead use repeat until to repeat our code, which does the same thing as forever, except after we switch the backdrops. So repeat until, let's say, a broadcast happens, right? Okay, so right now we'll just say repeat until. There's that backdrop. Oh yeah, backdrop number equals, or backdrop name equals castle. or we don't need quotation marks. Okay, castle. This is called blue sky. Okay, let's add a new backdrop. And we'll call this castle. Remember, the name has to be exactly the same. Okay? Okay, and now let's make it so that we can move right and left, but if we hit the right side of the screen, right? So we have to have another if statement. And we'll put it right here. Or not. Take this out, put it here, and then put this here. Right? And if we are touching an edge, we're going to switch the backdrop to the castle. So let me move this backdrop back here. Right? If we are, sorry, here. If our backdrop name is castle, and I guess this should be lowercase too. And if touching edge, we're going to switch the backdrop to castle. And when we switch backdrop to castle, this giga will stop moving. I know, it's a sad thing. So I'm moving around. I'm a free frolicking giga. And now I can't move anymore. I mean the castle. No! That's because our backdrop name is equal to castle. And sometimes you'll see that this is helpful because you don't want to do something forever. Okay? Now, another helpful thing is, of course, stop all. And clones aren't that important right now. They might be when you start making like fireballs and projectiles like arrows, but right now it's not useful. But what is useful is knowing the difference between forever and repeat until. And then, of course, repeat 10 basically means you can repeat something 10 times. So let's say you're making a game where you want to walk, or like I want to change x by 10 when I move right. Okay, so let's switch our backdrops. Start. So when I'm moving down and up, it's normal. But when I move right, I repeat the moving x by 10. So this could be something like a burst. Like let's say you're making a game. Oh, oops. Let's say you're making something like a game, right? And you're making it so that when you like double click right really quick, right? You do a dash. You can use repeat until to make it look like a dash, right? Which is pretty cool. And this is also very helpful with animations and stuff. I didn't show you how to make him like move and walk with animations, but you should have learned that in the looks video, so you can go back and check that out. This is all that you're gonna need: the repeat until, forever, wait, and repeat from the control section, most likely. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you learned a lot. I'll see you guys. Bye.